Hello everyone, welcome to Flynn Trading. I hope you're doing fine and are in your best health and spirits. So this is gonna be my first YouTube video. As previously shared in the channel, I asked the members if they would like a detailed video where I will do top-down analysis on the share setups which I do on a weekly basis. And about 98% said yes. So as majority was saying yes, so I have to upload and I have to execute what I just said. So yeah, without any further delay, as I just don't want the video to be long, let's move on to the first analysis. So these are my weekly setups. Every of that I have shared in the channel. So yeah, let's just go with the goal first. Now I'm on weekly time frame. The first thing I need to notice is that is there any liquidity above or below. Now as you can see that the point of 2074.322, that was a all-time high previously. Recently price just came near to that and it can be considered as an equal high. Alright, so this is the first thing which can drive the price upwards and take out that thing. Alright, the second thing, talking about the structures, as you can see the low, high high, high low, and possibly a high high. Alright, third thing which I noticed is that the momentum, the bullish momentum is really strong at the moment. So all of these things just doesn't make sense to go short at the moment. Alright, so moving to the daily time frame, very simple situation. The trend is up, the price is making high highs and high lows, and still the last supply zone is here and price is just not nearby here. Right, so still not a point to go short, as the weekly and daily bias is bullish at the moment. So let's move on to the further lower time frame, which is the 4 hour. Now in here there are a few things which I checked out, and it just seemed that the price has the ability to cash those, which makes sense for price to go upside. First thing which I noticed was that the price was making a head and shoulder pattern. Now as from the retail perspective, this pattern is shows that the bears are in control, and the retail traders obviously try to short from this neckline here. All right, so obviously the price broke the neckline and it's doing a pullback and a retest. So probably the retail traders might want to go short, and price might just goes up, do a little bears involvement, which might show the retail traders that the bears are interested, so they might go short position. But what I'm studying, the small money concept, I've been taught the opposite. And according to my concept, according to SMC concept, sorry, price just needs to go up and clear all this equal high and this head and shoulder pattern. All right, so that's all for the 4 hour. Now moving down to the 1 hour, where majority of analysis was. Right. So in here, let me just move that. First thing, equal highs for as an head and shoulder pattern. The third thing was this imbalance. Imbalances act as a magnet and can drive the price toward themselves, and once the price mitigates them, they do act as a repulsion stuff as well. So if price comes here, that would be my first target, and there's a possibility that price might come back down again. Now the next thing is that this is a support and resistance according to the retail methods. This was a resistance, it broke, it turned support, and it broke again, and it turned again a resistance. This is a change of polarity concept according to retail method. So obviously if price just comes here, it might do some inducement and inducing the early sellers, and it might just get a reaction a bit and then go up. Now last thing which I was seeing was a Wyckoff accumulation schematic. At the moment, I believe that the spring phase has been done, and I won't be entering longs from here or here. if this last point of supply doesn't get broke. So in order to go long, I just want this supply zone to get violated, and if this gets violated, obviously the most recent demand would be in control, which would make the LBS phase, LBS bar, and from here, once it comes to mitigate the last demand zone, I will try to get in for a long position, being the first target this imbalance zone. And if I'm doing swing trading, I would be targeting the equal highs. So that's all for the gold. Moving down to the GBP NZD. All right, so uh, yeah, daily. Okay, so according to weekly, uh, what was my bias? Yeah, sure. So according to weekly, as you can see there, the price was bullish. It was made inverted head and shoulder pattern. It went up, but usually what happens is that if there is a strong momentum, the price consolidates and goes up. But in this case, there was strong momentum, much moment, a weaker momentum as compared to this bearish momentum, but obviously still a strong momentum because the price pushed up quite aggressively to this level. Now, after that, what you see is here is a literally a strong bearish momentum. So there's no point of going against that. All right. So this was the last point of demand, which just literally got violated from this huge momentum. So the demand got flipped by the most recent supply. So this just shows a bearish intention. Moving down to the daily time frame, there's nothing specific. The momentum is strong and it's still just within this range, and possibly it can just consolidate for a bit. It can do a work of spring and it goes up, but at the moment it's a consolidation area, so nothing much on the daily time frame as well. 4 hour, I see this actually these equal lows. As you can see that this is a low and the price came back to mitigate that, and this formed equal low. Second thing which I noticed was the price was correctively pushing up. It mitigated this hidden order block within this wick, and we had a previous impulse which was quite momentous, and the price just went up correctively. And again, what we saw was a strong bearish momentum. Now again, the price is going correctively upside. So let's just check that on 1 hour. Okay, on 1 hour, these were equal highs. The price took out these and it just came down, broke the structure after mitigating that, for our hidden order block. So after that, after mitigating that, we again saw a huge momentum. So structure wise, on 1 hour we are still downside. On 4 on 1 day, 1 weekly, we are still structure wise on downside. Right. So as I mentioned here, bearish momentum is strong, and as mentioned here, the bullish momentum is weak as in a corrective manner. You can see this that the momentum, the delivery of price has been very corrective. All right. So this equal low confluence, the higher time frame confluence, and these momentum, these all just point to the one direction, which is bearish at the moment. Now there are two POIs for me. One is this one because it's a strong high, because there is no previous equal highs or any liquidity above side which price might target. So this is my extreme POI from where I would likely be taking any trade. This is my second because the momentum is actually literally very weak. So there's a possibility that prices do not get into here and just uh, get created from this level. All right. Now a member asked me about this level, and I didn't pick this one because even though this is the most recent supply zone, but if you see this is a liquidity area. There are equal highs, and if somehow price reaches this area, what it would do is just an inducement. All right. So there's not a likelihood that price might just react and drop down. For me at least, I would just want price to come here, and I would not be risking my trade from taking from here. All right. So that's all for the GBP NZD. Moving down to the EUR JPY. JPY. All right, so yeah, structure wise we are downside. All right, that's all. The momentum is strong, even the bullish momentum is strong, but let's just jump on the 4 hours to check out more. Now in here, uh, what I see was this was the most recent supply zone. This work structure, this was the most recent supply zone. This got flipped, so this demand is in control at the moment. All right, so but if you see that this was a last high which got stop hunted by this week, and this week also got stop hunted by this. All right, so when price is pushing up, we are seeing again entry of sellers and sellers, because uh, prices do not have any intention to go up at the moment, for me at least, because the momentum was strong. It should have been a little bit inducement and then goes up, but rather it did some consolidation, it did some inducement, a reaction, a possible fake entry, fake reversal, but price did it went up, and again we are seeing sellers entry. So possibly this area might hold and we might get short positions still here. On 1 hour, what I see was this high got stop hunted by this. We noticed a break of structure, and what I'm possibly anticipating is a return to this order block, and I will be interested in shorting till here, and possibly my first target being here, right? So that's all for the EURJPY. Moving down to the USD CAD. Nothing much on the weekly. On daily, as you can see that previously in my channel I shared that this was an accumulation, a manipulation, distribution phase AMD pattern, but what I noticed was that the manipulation that didn't actually mitigate the order block which was sitting in here. Now recently, after doing the distribution to some extent, it again went up. The momentum was strong, but again the bears entered. So, but this time, this entry of bears are from this order block. So possibly, this shows us a bearish intention. Moving on to the 4 hour. The 4 hour, this all high was taken out. The daily block, daily order block. All right. So price pushed down, and one thing again to mention that this bearish candle was an engulfing candlestick. Now, according to candlestick anatomy, these engulfing patterns at the higher time frame can be served as a confluence to your trading style, but at least I do that. All right. So 4 hour. On 4 hour, I see that the price has pushed down. It mitigated this last demand zone and it's trying to push up again. Now, as according to my higher time frame, I'm bearish, so my POI would be this imbalance zone, because it's above 50%. It's in premium range, and it also aligns with the golden ratio of Fibonacci. So yeah, that's all for USD CAD as well. GBP USD. Okay, so weekly. Nothing much on the weekly. The price is just pushing down, low, 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 high, low, low, and possibly we do not know how much the low, low can be formed. All right. So bearish structure, daily again, bearish structure, low. This was the last lower low. It broke, and the price is pushing down. The momentum, strong, strong bearish, less weak bullish entry. Again, strong bearish, again less weak bullish. Right, so momentum wise the viewers are strong at the moment. Nothing, no reason to go against them. On 4 hour, nothing much actually, nothing much to be fair. On 1 hour, this was a high which got stop hunted, and we saw a rapid amount of sellers into the market. Now price broke structure. This was last supply demand zone which got flipped. This was the supply zone which was in control, and price has been printing bearish candles and bearish pressure for now. Now Previously, I got confused. I sent an analysis on GBPUSD, and I said that this is possibly a week of accumulation, but obviously I was wrong, and the price just violated my BY, and it broke down to the downside. Now, once that happened, I noticed that this was obviously a liquidity trap, and the price went up and took out all these liquidity sitting above this high, this high, this high. So obviously the price has got the necessary fuel which it needed to push down or up, obviously the way it wanted to be. So as this was the last demand zone, it got flipped by this that, and we are structure was bearish, and the liquidity has been taken out. This is a strong high. So obviously, if price goes up correctively to this PY, so I would be interested to short from here. Obviously, this is an imbalance on this. Also serves as a confluence for the price to come up here and push down. All right, so NZDCAD next pair. All right, or NZDCAD. Now this is a very this is a pattern which I have observed very often on the charts, especially on USD a few days ago. Price pushes up, pushes down, and again the same way it pushes down, it comes up. Now it takes out the previous high and it again pushes down. Let me show you. Maybe you know right here, see, pushes down the same way it pushed up, it takes out the previous high it did, and it goes down. So I'm expecting that to happen, uh, because this was a auto block. It got mitigated as well. These highs were taken out, and we are seeing some bearish entries within the market. On daily, uh, nothing much to be fair. This yeah, this imbalance zone got filled, and this was an order block. Yeah, this was an order block with, but that the price didn't even reach that, so no point of pointing that out. So yeah, nothing much on the daily time frame as well. Moving down to 4 hour. On 4 hour, as you can see that this was a mitigation block on daily, right? On 4 hour, the price has printed some equal highs, which I would be looking to target if I'm getting in longs. But at the moment, I'm just bearish in that because the momentum on that, the structure wise, I'm bearish. The weekly time frame, I was bearish on that as well. So at the moment, the momentum and other confluences just shows bearish intention. Now this was a hidden order block on 15-minute, I guess. Let me just show you. Yeah, this was a order block on 15-minute. So it's very possible that price might come up here and mitigate that and push down because the momentum is strong. The likelihood price to moving this imbalance zone is not much possible to me, but obviously we anticipate we let the market do its thing. So if price just comes up here, I would be looking to short within this mitigation block, and obviously in that mitigation block, if I see some sort of work of this accumulation or any other sort of entry which is AMD or stop on BMS or RTO, then I would be looking to get in longs for short on maybe. Moving down to the EURUSD. All right, so on USD, the momentum is to the downside, the structure wise we are downside, and the 4 hour price reacted off some sort of this level. Yeah, this order block actually, these were equal highs they were taken down by this week, both sides they were taken down. So this was a strong high, and afterwards an order block price reacted off that. It took out some sort of liquidity in here. All right, so price took a liquidity, it broke structure to the downside, and it again broke down, and it came up mitigated that imbalance zone. All right, so recently what I'm noticing is that this was the last demand zone, and the price momentously came down, violated this demand zone. So this makes the supply zone in control. All right. So S actually wrote here. Now there were two scenarios in here. All right. According to the momentum, when price is pushing down with momentum, the likelihood of price reaching the extremes is very less. All right. So if we take the last supply zone, it's very possible that the prices might not reach that. All right. So instead, I look for mitigation blocks or breaker blocks. So this point PY, I might look for confirmation within that, and obviously if it gets violated, I might also look for confirmations from this zone, from this order block. All right, because according to one concept of supply and demand flips, this order block is in control, and according to the momentum, this area is my POI. All right, so this all depends on the lower time frame. Where I get my confirmation, I will jump in. All right, so moving down to the NZDJPY. This was on weekly, I guess. Pretty much nothing on that. This was a key level, post-remote level. The price took out this high. It broke down. This was the most recent high, but this was just served to induce people. But right now it's around the QML level. So we did get some sort of rejections from that level, but they are not still strong enough to go with the short positions, because if you notice that for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the past 6 weeks, the price has been printing bullish candles, and that has been a good momentum for the buyers. So obviously, if I observe some sort of more bearish entry, I might be looking for any short position on that. So last pair, GBP JPY. On this pair, all right. All right, so these were equal highs. As you can notice that these were equal highs. The price stop hunted that. This was the recent structure. The price broke that. The price momentum is very strong. Moving to under the 4 hour. This was a high. The price took out that. So this makes this the structural high. This makes this the structural low. So this is the range we are playing at the moment. The momentum is strong. The correction, it's not very a strong momentum. It's weak momentum, just like I guess the GBP USD. So yeah, this got mitigated. This was the last demand zone. This got mitigated. The price has broke structure to the upside, so this is again the recent demand zone. If the price comes up here, we might be able to take longs, but that might be risky, because as the higher time frame direction is to the downside, so taking short position might be ideal. So yeah, I'm waiting for this for the price to reach this level, because it's in confluence with the Fibonacci. It's in the premium pricing, and it's correctively pushing. So yeah, that's all. And yeah, this is my POI. So yeah, that's all for this video. I hope you learned something a bit or two, and this video was helpful. If you do like this content and you want me to continue doing so, just share the video, like and subscribe, and just comment your questions and queries and whatever you want me to make videos.